Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a visit?
Not today. Just helping this lady. I always wanted to poke around in here. Mr. Thompson said to talk with Miss McDevitt before doing anything here?
Self-diagnostics it's not the best. All systems fully up. Hostile actions towards Spacer in compliance with Spacer's choice policy. All. Affirmative.
Not real. You're not real. Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Go away, Phantom. Get away! No. No, just leave me alone. No, go away, Phantom. Go away. No, just leave me alone. No, just leave me alone.
luck finding one of those manuals? No kidding! Really? Well, which one? Look at that! Building a computing machine out of... In fact, I put... Well, don't keep... Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back... 2 whole data pads? Well, don't keep me... The geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! That's a complete set! All 3 parts! Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found. Should fit right into your outfit.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing ill, whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them. I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old...
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? Are you staying long? Reed Thompson? You... Let's hear it. Make amends. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just... He would do such a thing. Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery. If you're going down to the plant, you should think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do. You've seen that miserable excuse for a town. You know that's true, don't you, Miss Holcomb? Your father died of...
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, man.
Look what they did to this child. Lost...
I'm all right. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear. Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down. You bring power to Reed's town and you'll...
Something you need? That's on account of how I never met her. It's hard to miss what you never knew. She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. Her contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. It's sensible. Dad just fixed machines. You mean... There was a kind of... Sure, but I've always been good with my hands, right? So I did my thing, and... Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in and Mr. Thompson was up on the porch. Anyhow, you ever see... Exploded. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damage. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror and... Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Anything else I can... I am getting old, you know. These two... Remains to be seen. Might be the woman that saves the people around here lack the strength to effect change. A little prattling never hurt. I can't stop you from conducting your business down at the plant. I just want you to know. If you think Reed does... Not under Reed's watch. This is my home. That's because Reed was my boss. I was the My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, we had a store of medicine locked away. But Reed refused to treat him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery. I could not possibly care less if he...
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work.
You think corporate's ever gonna give it?
If you could see your way... Go ahead. It is my job to keep 2 up. I'm trying to remember 25 years, 26. When you get to my age, the years just rush by. I remember looking out this window and seeing the veils spread out from horizon. Times change, people change, but the veil will always be here. Spacer's choice will always be here. Our work won't. I wish you wouldn't say things like that. Yes, as a matter. When I stand at my window and look out over my town, we are all part of the Spacer's Choice family. We are all doing what we were brought into this world to do. This is a Spacer's Choice town. Loyalty's got nothing. Go ahead. Adelaide was our only flavor specialist. We are a Saltuna canning institution. Begging your pardon, Saltuna? Were it up to me, friend, I'd stack our larders with Saltuna galore. No other brand of... But, and this is something we must keep between the two of us, Saltuna is hard to come by. What with being a species indigenous to the seas of another world. Oh, we've scavenged together some organic material from the surrounding environs. Mostly organic, some of which possess a texture akin to a well-boiled slab of Saltuna. Go ahead. Can we not? Talking about... That I cannot say. There was no moment, but in the last 10 years, the plagues... Corporate doesn't like us using the word should. It encourages the imagination. I believe plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty. If I had enough medicine to treat everyone who fell... Adelaide's son was barely competent. I treat him with our medical rations, and it looks like I'm playing favorites. Now, I will not pretend to understand the suffering Adelaide must have felt. I wish she had stayed with us. Go ahead.
You're safer inside the walls.
Some hullheads running around town talking about lost colony ships.
Where are we headed?
Not real. You're not real. Get away! You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. You're not real. Get away from... You can talk? See, Higgins? This is why you must all... Of course. Sprats are... Chester D. Higgins. The D stand... Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler. I've come a long way for someone who started off... I specialized in automechanicals, drones... Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling... Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, Look, I don't want to fall into any You know, you remind me of my... I discovered a flaw. Their hostility... Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also... There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have... Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. The Mechanical... Jimmy'd open...
Okay, gone quiet. Nicely done. Easy.
Unexpected.
Where'd to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
Oh.
That's the last. Once we do this, there's no going back. Excuse me, ma'am. Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do? I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever... But the town's got some good people in it. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks.
Food's bound to spoil at this rate.
Adelaide's okay.
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power. I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock, so they do not see me lose my... You want my flock? Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to... You offering to cross Reed off, huh? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not sharing the same... Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Start a new garden right in the cannery. 3 square meals for every man. Tell him how I've made the vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secret. The secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder. I have got a means to cure the plague.
Everybody keeps staring at me. I've been thinking about going back. I get sick thinking about working at the... You know something? I think you're right. I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little workbench and... It's just... Adelaide's never gonna Adelaide hates Edgewater. We're the nearest she's got. Are you sure about this? If we head back to I expect we got no choice. Edgewater needs us back, and... You okay with this, Grace?
My affairs are all settled. Thanks for helping me with Zoe.
Just give us some time to gather our personals and say our...
I think you did the rightest thing you could, sending the power back to Edgewater.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our... I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to... That's good enough for me. Adelaide and I have a... We are in your debt. I am authorizing you for a discount on all official... By all means. This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on repeating. With more hands at the cannery, I expect productivity. Thomas Kemp? I remember him. Had to write him up for daydreaming a few...
He tries real hard, Mr. Thompson.
I will give him a chance to impress me. If he knows his way around it... This whole fiasco is not one I am keen on. With more...
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but... Well, it's kind of you to say that. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But... And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching... Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain,
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable. Our engine room is located behind you. What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into... We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're... How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, Oh, that, yes. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and the Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us on... You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have Gladys Kilkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so... Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of... I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find... Excellent. I'll contact you once you... And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them...
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal. Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out. This is my favorite room. It's so spacious.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space.
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female, I possess no gender.
Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of them.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you...
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good... You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the I'm not exactly a model employee. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of... Well, I'm good at making things work the way they are. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Anyhow, I was happy. Yep, nothing much had changed. I noticed straight away that he... Oh, I miss him, sure enough. But Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay... Oh gosh, look at the time.
Remember, items in the hold may shift during takeoffs and landings. Welcome back, Captain. How can I... Certainly, what would you like to... A neutron walks into a bar and asks, how much for... Now playing a space...
It's not the best choice.
My pleasure. As you wish. The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains. Make yourself at home, Captain. Arrived at the groundbreaker.
You got a minute? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make... Did you want to talk about something else?